Ohio State is officially 1-0 in Big Ten play, 4-0 overall, and we're grading Will Howard after Ohio State's 38-7 win over Michigan State. 21 of 31 for 244 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a bad interception. And quite frankly, he could have had another one, plus another 6 rushes for 14 yards and a touchdown. Stefan, what's your grade for Will Howard?
C. He came out and was, I think, maybe too aggressive. Had a couple throws, one that was interception, one that was intercepted, one that should have been. I think he was just, I mean, he said it, he was rushing it, just made a poor decision. The good news is, what you want from a veteran quarterback is to flush that and move on. I think he did a really good job of that. I think the second half of the first half for him, so mostly like late second quarter for him, was really good. I think, you know, he did a big part in leading that drive at the end of the first half. Obviously, Devin Brown comes in and throws that touchdown to Jeremiah to cap it. But overall, I think Will responded well and did what this offense needed kind of late in the second quarter and throughout most of the third quarter. But you can't make mistakes like the ones he did, and he'd probably be the first one to say that, so I give him a C.
C from Stefan. Andrew, what's your grade for Will Howard?
I'm a C+. I didn't think he wowed me tonight. I thought a lot of the throws he made were smart. They were efficient. They weren't downfield shots that he was really splitting the defense. Ohio State had guys running free. And you don't really want to blame the quarterback for that, but I'm also not going to give him praise for that, right? I'm also not going to say, wow, he was throwing guys open. Did you see Jeremiah Smith's one-handed catch down on that end of the field? Will Howard did that. Like, that's just not the way that works. He had the bad interception right at midfield, which that was just a remarkably poor decision. And then he almost had one in the end zone. And we were talking up in the press box, this game ends 38-7. It's not crazy to look at this game and go, this is a much closer score. Had a few things gone differently in the turnover department. Will Howard obviously being one of the notable factors there. Obviously Ohio State's defense notwithstanding. So I give him a C. I think he was average. I think that's about what you would expect from Will Howard. He made his throws, thought he was effective running the ball when he had to be. But there were just too many mistakes for me to give him anything of a positive grade because you just can't have those.
He gets a C because he threw a pick and he should have thrown another pick. And as you guys are both saying, it wasn't great. I'm going to give somebody else a grade, though. You both have mentioned it. Devin Brown gets an A from me for being ready. Yep. For being ready. Ryan Day said they were going to be aggressive in that situation. He didn't switch up the game plan because Will Howard got knocked out of the game. Most coaches in that situation, you know what? Let's run the ball, let's take the field goal, and let's get out of here and make sure our quarterback's okay. No. Ohio State kept his pedal to the metal and threw a bomb to Jeremiah Smith, who had one of the best catches I've ever seen with my own two eyes in person. But kudos to Devin Brown, who is a backup quarterback for a second year in a row. He has stuck it through. And we can say what we want about what the battle is going to be in 2025 and all that other stuff. But the point of the matter is, in this moment, when they needed him to be ready, which is why I said on the podcast a couple weeks ago, they were giving him all those reps, because if something happens, they needed Devin Brown to be ready. He was ready, and Ohio State scored a touchdown that they needed in that moment that I think broke Michigan State. You said so in the writing. Will Howard said so in the postgame. I'm Steven. That's Andrew. That's Stefan. We'll continue to talk about this on Buckeye Talk, so go listen to that wherever you find podcasts and get the text 614-350-3315. Ohio State 38, Michigan State 7. Talk to you later.